to Juana and Lucas. This is chapter 2. So, readers, what I want you to think about as we are reading chapter 2 is, does something that happens to Juana in chapter 2 make you think of something that has either happened to you or to someone you know? Now, it's not going to be just like what happens to Juana because all of our experiences are unique. But does anything that happens to her in the book remind you of something that's happened to you or someone you know? So think about that as we're reading. Chapter 2. One day, I walk out with Lucas to wait for the school bus, and the morning is especialmente beautiful. The air feels clean and delicious and smells like fresh fruit and bread, and a little bit like wet asphalt. I'm carrying my lunchbox, which has a drawing of a kitty and a rabbit on it. I love it. Often, Lucas and I have to run to the bus stop, but because today is the first day of school, we get there a little early. That means our bus driver, Senor, who is really Senorita Cecilia, but Senor is shorter, isn't mad at me and allows me to sit next to my friend Juli. Here they are. Sitting with Juli is always good because we have mucho to talk about. So much that there's no time to get carsick. Juli is a very good friend. Very good. Here's what you need to know. Juli and I have been good friends since we sat together on the school bus for the first time when we were 5 years old, and that was a long time ago. Sometimes all we have to do is look at each other and we'll start laughing. Sometimes we laugh until our bellies hurt. Juli has a contagious laugh. Juli loves candy. I don't love candy as much as she does, but I do like some from time to time. Juli is such a good friend, she doesn't have trouble sharing with me. Juli's name is Juliana, but I call her Juli because it's shorter and easier to say. She has 2 brothers, one older and one younger. She's in a brother sandwich. They all live in an apartment with their parents and 2 dogs. Juli is a really good swimmer. She swims better than most people I know, and I know a lot of swimmers. This morning on the bus, Juli pulls out the most fantastic pack of delicioso watermelon gum out of her school blazer's pocket. As soon as we figure out how to open the complicated wrappers, we start chewing the neon pink gum. The whole bus is filled with the smell of fresh, sweet watermelon. It's extraordinario. Do you know how to blow bubbles out of gum? I ask Juli. No, I've only seen 5th graders do it, she says. So we decide to try then, and it turns out to be pretty easy. We blow bubbles as big as our cabezas and pop them as loud as we can. It's great fun. Look at those bubbles as big as their cabezas. Too bad Senor doesn't find this as entertaining as we do. She stops the bus and walks back to our seats. She's frowning as if a hippo just sat on her toes. Juana, to the back where you can sit between Santiago and Felipe, she says, pointing to 2 5th graders who are never nice to anyone. They're especially mean to kids younger than them, like me. Inmediatamente. This day has clearly taken a turn for the worse. Now, there are rows and rows between me and Juli. In order to talk to her, I have to stand on my lunchbox, then wave to get her attention. But when I step onto my lunchbox, there's a loud pop under my feet, and I fall right back down onto my seat. My kitty and rabbit lunchbox has broken, and the yogurt inside of it has explotado. That's the end of my lunch and my lunchbox. The rest of the ride to school smells a little like milk and a little like strawberries, all because of my yogurt. I feel triste. I really liked my kitty and rabbit lunchbox. Felipe and Santiago, as mean as ever, can't stop laughing at my lunchbox tragedia. There's her lunchbox tragedia. And that is the end of chapter 2. So again, you're going to go on Seesaw and share with me one way this chapter reminded you of something that has happened to you or someone you know. All right, can't wait for chapter 3. See you later.